Hello, hello, hello. Back for another stream of some Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Let's get the system reset and we'll dive right in. I was just messing with my audio settings, messing with the stream settings a little bit to make things a little, hopefully, better. Hopefully the audio is not going to cut out in the middle of the stream this time. And if it does, I should notice, because before I was listening to two different split audio streams of the game. One was going to my ears, one was going to the stream, and one going to my ears was fine. One going to the stream was less fine. So now it should just be one copy, and so if it cuts out, I should notice it, basically. And then secondly, I changed the resolution of the stream slightly so that there's like less black bars. But otherwise, I think we're good to go here. So we got to the Gate Village, and we have 3 shadow Pokemon. We got Ladybug, Poochyena, Teddiursa. Teddiursa's ready to purify. Poochyena's got a little segment and a bit left. And Ladybug's like really close. In fact, he's so close, she's so close, that in my little messing around, I was just like, you know, walking around a tiny bit here. And that was enough to get Ladybug to like pop up and say, oh, I'm ready to purify. So that will probably happen here shortly. Anyhow, we can get to it. I just don't really recall exactly like what's coming up and when and what Pokemon we're getting when. I vaguely remember getting a lot of Pokemon, and I know the general gist of them all. I just don't quite recall how how early and when we get each one and whatnot. So we're just gonna have to play it by ear. I don't really have a plan. We're just gonna go for it, and we'll just use what we got. I think this game is like pretty interesting, like this game and Colosseum, for how you acquire Pokemon. Like, it's pretty limited in what you get. Colosseum even more so. Where like you pretty much have to use just like what you're given. I need to adjust the audio for my ears slightly because it's slightly loud. There we go. Yeah, so like you get given these Pokemon and you just have to use what you have, and you're kind of really encouraged to use them somewhat because you have to you want to purify them all generally. So like you're encouraged to use like all these different Pokemon you're getting, and it's just like different than how you do a normal playthrough. In a normal playthrough of like a different Pokemon game, you know, you might just get your 3, 4, 5, or 6 Pokemon into your party, and then once they're in your party, they basically never leave your party, and that's your team, and you go through. You can play differently than that, but that's how people generally play. Is they just acquire a team and they go, and you can do that in Colosseum and XD, but you're encouraged to like constantly swap in and out different Pokemon, which is just interesting because like that's kind of how you learn Pokemon. Like say you didn't have Cerebi as just or any other online resources, just like an infinite resource of just knowing everything. Like back in the day when I was a kid and I didn't know that, and before I got like comprehensive guidebooks that like had all the learn sets and all the everything, you just had to learn by like what you were facing, what you were going against, and what you were using. And you're only going to learn like what Pokemon learn when, like what levels, what their learn sets are, pretty much by using them. So, and then like learning how strong they are. Like when you're facing them, you don't get to see their stats. You only get to see their stats if you have them. And then like what do these stats mean in the context of using them in battle? Like how bulky is this much defense and HP? How strong is this much attack? You go against other Pokemon and you get a context for, you get baselines. And that's kind of how you feel out everything. You get a feel for what all the speed tiers are. It's like, oh yeah, I know this Pokemon's really fast. Because a design might imply that it's really fast. And then you kind of develop that kind of knowledge. And you only get to really do that if you're actually using a wide variety of Pokemon, which you might do over the course of many playthroughs, or if you're just using a lot as you go, or in a post-game, or whatever. So I think these games are really cool for, like, kind of really encouraging you to use a lot of Pokemon. And I know that in XD they give you a lot more than in Colosseum, and there's the Purification Chamber, and a lot of your Pokemon purification is just going to be throwing Pokemon in that chamber and them cooking until they're ready to purify. That will be a thing. It's less of a thing in Colosseum because they had, like, there were fewer Pokemon to purify, so you could kind of get away with, like, asking the player to manually purify everything and or, use Sense, use the Daycare, use whatever else, but you can get everything purified, like, semi-reasonably. In this game, you can just, like, acquire your team of 5 or 6 and then like, just get enough Pokemon purified where you're just, like, have everything in the chamber. That probably will be what we end up doing eventually, but, like, I'm going to try to always have at least some slots available for kind of getting Pokemon manually purifying and determining, like, hey, do we want to use this Pokemon? Maybe we do. So with all that said, let's play the game. Well, let this old woman come to the aid of a pitiful Pokemon. Yes. Matron Lady. Okay. Cacnea and Slugma. Okay, looks like our Ladybug is pretty well ready. I guess I should have double targeted. Really? Ouch. Man, just all the pain on the Poochyena. Okay. I wonder what's kind of implied by, like, they're saying, like, oh, you can purify this Pokemon by, like, showing it love and care, and, like, then mechanically it kind of comes to that by you walking around with them. They get, their bar decreases. Just throwing them out into battle, their bar decreases. All this sort of thing. And it's like, for the Shadow Pokemon that are given to, like, passers-by, people who don't know any better, like, what are we doing differently from them than just, like, treating them like a normal Pokemon, and showing it love and care and stuff? It's like, are we implying that they're not? Or are we implying that, like, hey, these Pokemon, they're being purified, like, really easily. Their bars are decreasing very fast because they were maybe in a better environment or something like that. And so it's just like, maybe it's implied, like, oh, they were already close to purified. because, like, you know, they weren't being, like, their shadowfication wasn't being, like, perpetuated because, like, Cipher, if you're a Cipher member and you have a shadow Pokemon, like, you're probably, you know, treating it like a tool and not showing it that sort of love and care and stuff. So that, like, makes sense. But for these other cases where these trainers are, they're just like normal people, it just seems like, you know, they'd eventually drain the bar on their own. Boom, Lady Ba is ready to purify, and yeah, as she says, a Pokemon is not gonna get purified like by leaving it in the PC box. You gotta do more than that. 2 burn heals. Well, I'm a cheap son of a gun, and I am not going to use an antidote on my Poochyena. I'm just gonna go back to the Pokemon Center. And thankfully, like, things that would normally, like, decrease friendship or whatever, like by letting a Pokemon faint and all that sort of thing, I don't think negatively contributes to their shadow bars and stuff. Gonna refresh the audio here. Fantastic. Okay, so now Poochyena is the only one left who needs work. So let's just continue a high fourth and Harrier. At times an ordinary old man, at others a plain senior citizen. But my true identity, the legendary trainer. He can beat me, but only him. I'm Gron. Now, for the sake of your shadow Pokemon, have a hot battle. Check the stream and make sure that it's working. Oh yeah, that's looking better. Oh yeah, Isaac, that's a really good point. They never take any steps. How are they going to purify if they don't take steps? It's funny. Adjusting my layout here a little. Okay. See, the problem with oh my gosh, Ice Punch? That's crazy. The problem with double hitting this Abra is if the first hit kills it, then, like, they would just send in the next Pokemon and then you would hit it instead of the Horsey. Wow. Getting ganged up on here. Wouldn't have thought my Poochyena was that slow. Abra with Ice Punch is rough. Caca! Okay. Let's... do this. But yeah, like... Yeah, like these other trainers, their shadow Pokemon's not being purified. Oh gosh, dang it. I guess like they also just don't know that they're shadow Pokemon, so maybe you're not really like giving them any extra special attention, like implied by, you know, you're not taking extra steps for them. You're just going about your day. Critical hit. Amazing. It's also nice that we don't have to just deal with every Shadow Rush just dealing recoil damage every time. Oh, the Cologne case. I guess we didn't have the case to hold the scents for the Pokemon. Okay, well, I need to go revive my Lady Ba. And Poochyana's ready. See? Walking back to the Pokemon Center, it's all part of the strategy, the purification strategy. Teddy Ursa has an item? Ultra Ball. Oh, it's got pickup. That's why it had a super potion when I first caught it. It just so happened to pick it up as part of that trainer. I do need to nickname my Pokemon. I don't think you got to that point in the first stream, but I think near the end there is a name raider in a gate, and I need ideas. I don't have ideas currently. Like, Flareon needs a name. And I think I'm only gonna, like, think about nicknaming Pokemon that I think I'm going to actually use. Like, I'm probably not going to bother nicknaming the Teddy Ursa unless we got a fun one. But yeah, Flareon, I'm sure we'll be using, at least for now. So a good nickname would be in the cards. Okay, a lonely Poochyena, just like our lonely Flareon. But my Pokemon are ready to purify now. I don't need to battle you. Single battle. Oh, I get a use two? Well, okay then. Thunderbolt. Goodbye, Lady Ba. It was nice knowing you. That was just mean. Okay, so you can enter reverse mode without even using a Shadow move. I think in Coliseum you had to use Shadow Rush in order to trigger... hyper mode, I think is what it was called in that game. Okay, who's going down next? Oh, survived. Myth Trainer, Egan. I mean, I did get to 2v1 you. I wonder if your Pikachu has, degraded over time. After your full life and full journey, it's down to level 12. Could be implied that you're just going easy on me, but I don't know about that. Let's do it. We learned Dig, and we learned Heal Bell. Good for you, Poochyena. We get all the experience points that we would have gotten. Wow, that's quite a bit of attack there. Now you have me thinking, though. Do I want to nickname them? I haven't been with these Pokemon very long yet, so I don't know. I feel like I might want to use Poochyena, at least in the meantime. I'm going to have to think of something. You don't even want to see, like, the boxes of Pokemon I have in my Fire Red. I apparently did a Nuzlocke in it, like, I don't know, like 7, 8 years ago or something, and you nickname every Pokemon you catch in a Nuzlocke, and just whatever was off the top of my head was, it's basically like random letters that make sounds. So, if you want me to do that, I can. Otherwise, I'd like to think of something better. Wait, I had more Pokemon to purify, dude. Ah, yes, Vander of Mount Battle. Okay, I guess we gotta go talk to Vander. Okay, we got our Poochyena, who we met on Port. It's got pretty decent attack, and it's got pretty decent moves. It's got Dig, it's got Heal Bell, it's got Poison Fang. Heal Bell is like one of those really rare moves that like not very many Pokemon get, and a number of Pokemon will get in XD here as a special purification move that they can't get any other way. So it like makes me really want to keep such moves, but then like in a normal playthrough, it's like, when are you ever going to use Heal Bell? You would just use a full heal on whoever needs it. Like, technically Heal Bell works on the whole party. It's better than Refresh. It doesn't just, like, it cures your own paralysis or whatever. It'll cure the whole party of status. So you can switch Pokemon into the back, who might be put to sleep or paralyzed or poisoned or whatever. Use Heal Bell, and all of your Pokemon are restored. We got some good stuff here. I forgot Poison Fang was only 50 power. Anyhow, let's go purify the rest of our Pokemon. Ah, yes, my phone number, but of course. Maybe they think you might only have the Shadow Teddy Ursa right now. Because technically that Shadow Ladybug and Shadow Poochyena I got were... There was nothing forcing me to fight those trainers. Yet. So maybe it's implied like, oh, you just purified the one Shadow Pokemon that you caught, the Teddy Ursa. Psybeam, that's not bad. Got a level, which gives us 0 attack and 0 defense. Very great. Getting special defense. Man, I just don't know if Ladybug can contribute, you know? Because let's see what we got here. Let's see what we're dealing with here. We have 12 attack at level 12. 18 special attack. 24 special defense. And this is with a special attack boosting nature. So we have Psybeam now. That is a good move to have at level 12. Refresh is a special move, but like special as in the only way to get it is through XD on this Ladybug. But it's not good. So yeah. Anyways, let's purify our Teddy Ursa now. And I do really like how there's like this incentive to, you know, purify them, because it's like they got good moves under these shadow moves. I remember in Coliseum there were some times where I'm like, oh, do I really want to purify this Pokemon? Like, Shadow Rush does a lot of damage, and like, you know, Shadow Pokemon are just strong. Oh yeah, Teddy Ursa gets Return. You can just wipe the whole game with Return. It's funny, we got the Shadow Pokemon are all level 12 and our Flareon's just level 11. Yeah, dude. Return is so strong. So strong. Okay, so in the meantime, let's keep Poochyena and Ladybug up front. Let's try to use them for as long as we can. Check their feasibility. Like, they evolve not too far from now. It's definitely 20 or earlier. Might be 18 or something for them. Somewhere around there. And then Flareon's going to get Ember at 16. Teddy Ursa we'll keep at the party because we don't have anything else to put there. Could just put him in the box. But having him in the back as a pivot might be useful. Oh yeah, let's check our TMs. And just confirming, like, yeah, like Ladybug doesn't get Bullet Seed. I don't think I went in this house, actually. that is kind of a sad thing when somebody who you don't quite trust to be sound of mind saying something ridiculous when it's actually true. It's comedic and depressing. Let's see. Let's refresh the audio here. It's getting a little delayed. Okay. And I guess we're going to Mount Battle. We need to get some more Shadow Pokemon. Actually, before I go to Mount Battle, let's go to the HQ because I remember there being something about a battle CD. Ladybot does have Aerial Ace, but have you seen its attack? It is bad. My kitty is saying hi to me. Just sit on my lap. Okay. Is this battle CD here now? Nope. I forget at what point in the game that comes back, but I'm pretty sure it comes back at some point. Maybe like after we're introduced to the battle simulator, using battle CDs and whatnot. Now battle. It's a classic, really good grinding place to do in post-game. In all of Gen 3, really, but I was doing all of my Living Dex grinding in Leaf Green on just the Elite Four. That's pretty good, dang good as well. But now I've taken to questioning my motive for gaining power. What am I fighting for? I ponder if I'm putting my Pokemon under cruel stress. Look at yourself, ask yourself why you want to become stronger before you take the path. Okay. That sounds wise. Are you here to train as a trainer of Pokemon? What else is there? I'm a fine Pokemon trainer now, I think. Just do it. There's not a big deal if you lose. You just have to start over. Might as well see where you place in a placement run. Oh, really? What do you have, sir? Be it a move that was never learned or a move once learned and forgotten. If moves are what your Pokemon need, I am the man. All it takes are some Poke Coupons. Sure. What does Poochyena get? Let's see here. It gets Tackle, Howl, and Sand Attack. This indeed does seem like the move reminder. Pretty sure it has Howl now. Ah, the move deleter. I don't really think there's like HMs in this game, and if there are, I don't think there's anything that would like you know, there's no HM usage in this game, so I don't think there'd be any reason to prevent you from deleting Surf, per se. But maybe it still carries over if you, like, trade a Pokemon with Cut into this game. You need to use the deleter to get rid of it. Who knows? What's the prize list? Okay, we got Psychic, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball. It's interesting. Shadow Ball lowers special defense in this game, but it itself is a physical move that goes off of defense, so pretty funny. And then we got more expensive items. If we're gonna use Flareon in the long run, getting Flamethrower for it would be good. It otherwise does not learn Flamethrower itself until like level 50 something, so that is a thing. And all these other moves are just really good. In Gen 3, they're generally game corner moves. Aha, sneaking my way in. Oh, I wonder if what he means by training the novice trainers is like you have these trainers who they're the first 10 out of the 100 trainers, so they're the weakest. So he's like training the people who are supposed to man their stations here, I guess. Wow, I dual attacked the Wurmple and it still wasn't enough. Okay. I guess I did get growled, and now I'm getting growled again. Critical hit. Very nice. We weren't ready. I mean, I don't see how you can be ready with just like a Wurmple and a Wingull. Casual dude. Okay. try this. Swablu's got decent special defense, so this is not going to kill it. Oh, it's way more decent than I would have thought. Not growl. Okie doke. Let's just keep at it. We'll see if that growl was enough to let this Swablu live, my Poison Fang. Nope. When exactly does Lady Ba evolve? Because you would think, like, oh, it's a bug type, so it evolves very quickly, right? But I don't know. Yeah, level 18. Okay. So, we'll see if we get that far. Heave is hardening, so yeah. XD is maybe a little bit of a slower start than Colosseum because your Pokemon are lower level. But these moves we have are pretty good. Ooh, Bite. Here's the problem with Bite. It's a special move. So we have to take that into consideration. Now we're kind of already at a slight crossroads with Poochyena here. It's like what move do you want to get rid of? We have Dig. It's like a decent, good coverage move. We got Poison Fang. That's like, that can badly poison and does pretty good. We got Heal Bell, which is like a really special move, but like I don't know if we're gonna find it that useful. And we have Howl, which is a way to stat boost ourselves, but it's not Swords Dance, it's just Howl. So I'm tempted to get rid of it, because, you know, it just raises attack by one singular stage. At least with Swords Dance, every time you use Swords Dance, you're making your move as powerful as if you use that turn to attack. That way, when you actually do attack, you would have done the amount of damage if you attacked every turn, but now future turns are good. Versus Howl, where it's like you have to spend 2 turns for the same amount. Yeah, let's just get rid of Howl. I don't think I'm ever going to boost with Howl. Bite's useful. It gets a stab bonus. Can cause flinches. Goes off of our lesser special attack, but we shall see how it goes. Dude, there's no need to lose confidence. Just keep your expectations in check and work your way up at your own pace. Okay, do we heal after every fight? Negatory. Okay, I need to refresh the audio here. It's getting a little delayed. Okay. Okay, we've already made it to Vander. I'd love to train this Bardo. Oh, a Doduo. Lost game audio, really? I can still hear it. I see that it's working. Let me try and refresh it. So let's turn it off there. I'll turn it off here. I'll turn it back on. Okay, did that fix it? It has not gone away from me at all, so... How do we fix this conundrum? I wonder why it would be doing that, because from my side, the audio capture for the HDMI is showing as good. I'm going to mess with the levels and see if that wakes it up. Okay, drag that around a little bit. Gonna toggle the tracks here. Mess with the sync offset. Just let me know as soon as it comes back, because I can hear it just fine. Is the weird thing. Still nothing. I mean, if you close the stream and reopen it, it makes a brand new like broadcast, and it's a brand new link and all that. I'm gonna try changing the buffering mode on the video input here. I'm gonna enable buffering. Let's see what this does. Okay. That maybe refreshed the video signal. I still hear audio, and it's not even that delayed. Okay, amazing. I guess disabling the buffering was not the right call. And yeah, I mean, there's not really any that much more delay. So I guess we're good. Let's see what we can do here. We can bite that spoink and maybe aerial ace him. Heck yes. Something I also did for this stream is I lowered the latency. I was using normal YouTube latency mode, which means like it's a whole minute of delay. And by doing lower latency, it's more like 15 seconds of delay. You could do ultra low latency mode, which is like 2 or 3 seconds of delay. But apparently, like, you can have buffering issues. So I was like, you know, low latency should be good. I feel like I failed my school graduation exam. Dude, it's fine. When you have some random stronger trainer walk up, I think you're just supposed to be a challenge for them. You're not supposed to win every match. Ah, we're going to the research lab. It's so interesting because in Coliseum, like, you don't go to that research lab for, like, quite a while. And then when you do, like, you can't get in. So you have to do this whole plot line to get in, past the electric fence. And, like, the fact that you start this game in the opposite corner of the map you started in Coliseum, and then you kind of work your way that way. It's just like interesting as a returning player. Am I healed? No. Email. That seems to imply to me that we're going to be using Pokeballs here shortly. We actually have an Ultra Ball. Oh, right, because Teddy Ursa picked it up. That's handy. I wonder if people, like, in part of the supply chain are like, WTF, why am I selling Pokeballs? No, I just wanted to hit A once, and then I'll buy 10. Let's see if this gives us a Premier Ball. Yes. Okay, that should be okay for now. For whatever reason, my GameCube wireless controller, my Waybird from when I was a kid, it's like dropping wireless signal. It's like completely separate from this streaming setup, I'm sure. But just like I see it, its light like literally turning off whenever I'm like stutter stepping there. So I wonder what's up with that. Like, I wonder if it's like slight like network interference from my headset or something. I don't know. All your Pokemon appear to be good. I wonder if there's a different story when you bring in a Shadow Pokemon. That's the truck that took Crane. I remember these guys. Ah, yes. Pokeballs are part of the supply chain for just maintenance. And, like, Pokemon have to get here somehow, right? Like, people have them in Pokeballs. Okay, I am pretty sure all 6 of these guys have a Shadow Pokemon. If I recall. So, let's see what we get. It might be corresponding to their color. Like, it might be a type thing. So, I remember there being a Houndour. I remember there being a Spheal. I don't remember what, like... I'm trying to think of, like, what a ground type or electric type or grass type or poison type Shadow Pokemon would be. Shadow Sneasel. There might be. I know Shadow Sneasel exists. I forget if it's in Coliseum or XD. I want to say Coliseum because Sneasel's a Johto Pokemon. And like tons of Johto Pokemon were Shadows in Coliseum. But he might be... memory is failing me. I'm gonna talk to the blue guy. Because if he's got Spheal, I want Spheal. I might want to use Spheal. Blue 6. Dang, Pucciano, why are you so slow, though? There it is, my Shadow's Feel. Gosh, level 17? Things are ramping up. They actually give you a plusle in Coliseum. Shadow Wave, let's survive. This is another thing, like having Shadow Pokemon is useful to be able to resist Shadow moves. Really? I missed? Frickin' smokescreen, dude. But, yeah, so the plusle that you get in Coliseum, it's so useless because they give it to you at a really low level. It feels special because it's not a Shadow Pokemon. They just, like, give it to you. It, like, wants to join you. But it's, like, very low level. And, you know, they don't give you a Minum. And in Gen 3, in order for plus and minus to work, right? Like, you need them both on the battlefield. So, I don't know. If they give it to you a higher level and they also give you a Minum, that would make more sense. Let's just double up on this Goldeen and get rid of it. I could probably just throw a Pokeball at this Spheal. Spheal's catch rate is, like, pretty high. That's another thing with Coliseum and XD is, like, they've actually modified the catch rate for most of the Pokemon to be more likely to catch. There's, like, tons of low catch rate Pokemon in these games that, like, you know, they want to make them reasonable to catch. Dang it. The double KO. I'm going to use the Premier Ball, because I kind of want to use this Spheal. Dang it. We'll get it down below. Really? I feel like I'm getting unlucky on this fight. Lick it to paralyze it. I'm pretty sure if you screw up here, you can just try again, so I'm not going to be like too worried about critically hitting it. There we go. Feels bad to have wasted a Premier Ball. There we go. Mr. Blue 6. Ebony Brat. This is like one of the few cases in Pokemon history where it's like, man, I wish I had a heal ball. Okay, let's see what we got for this feel. Thick fat. A bunch of 23s. And Shadow Wave, a 50 power move. And it hits both targets. Now, if I recall, there's some way to heal. I thought it was just like right in this door. Yeah. Okay. Let's put Spheal up front. So that we're sending it out and purifying it as we go. Hey, they figured it out. Oh, nope. They went too far. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so... Mr. Yellow, what do you have? Probably electric types. I'll go for ground. Just to see how this goes. Oh, he didn't even ask. That Baltoy might be Shadow? Yep, there it is. I'm not sure I've used a clay doll, really. That was kind of speedy, eh? Okay, Spiel is not doing much here. Maybe let's swap in Teddy Ursa just so we can lick it for potential paralysis. And then Ladybug and Aerial Ace because that's not going to do anything. See you later, Isaac. Ouch! Man, that paralysis is just useful. Very nice. Brow 6. I remember when I was a kid and going through all this, I do remember these guys being hilarious. Just like their names are hilarious. Like, I started naming things with a similar, you know, abbreviation system myself of like, oh, there's this many number of a thing, so stick the number on the end. Levitate on Baltoy. I always forget Baltoy's got levitate. Alright, we've got 4 more shadows to catch from these guys. This would definitely be the point when you would normally start swapping stuff out. Well, obviously we need to heal. Okay, the delay is like nearly a full second on the video now, so it's actually like if you see me just like stumbling around here. That's why. I'm gonna see if I can find some way to refresh the stream. Yeah, there we go. So I might have to do that every once in a while now. Probably at a similar notion where I was having to refresh the audio from being delayed. I think the whole video is being delayed now because I'm buffering it. So, fun stuff. Should be fine. It's Pokemon. We can deal with it until we can manually refresh it. Okay, I need to take a like 5-minute break. Get some water, use the bathroom, etc. So I'm gonna save the game so we don't lose our like hour and 20 minutes of progress, and I'll put something up here for you here. Here's our playtime. You can watch it tick up as I walk away for a few minutes. Be right back. All right. I am back. Oh, and the game is so delayed now. It's like a second and a half delayed. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's refresh that. All right. So we've caught a Spheal and a Baltoy. Our party is full. And we're about to catch like 4 more Shadow Pokemon. So we're going to have to decide who we're taking and who we're leaving. It's going to be hard. I mean, all these Pokemon we're catching are like level 17. That's so strong compared to what I have now. I might just have to take all of them and get them purified and then reevaluate, maybe? The Baltoy has Shadow Blitz, Shadow Mist, so pretty basic. I know I have not used this Baltoy in the playthrough before, because Claydol... I don't think I've really used a Claydol in any playthrough, really. So I might have to consider doing that. I'm also... I want to say I haven't really used a Celio or a Walrein, but maybe I have. I spent the Premier Ball on this Spheal, so like I kind of want to use it. Alright, let's switch Baltoy to the front. And let's go in to this guy. I'm pretty sure he's got a Houndour. Resix. Or Resix. Houndour is really cool and strong, but I did just use a Houndour in my Sapphire run. And I have Flareon, so I felt like Houndour is going to have to be an out. Shadow Pokemon just can't hurt each other very much. Huh, okay. I'm like thinking of all these type advantages and stuff. I'm like, oh, I should leave Spheal in because it's got thick fat, it can resist fire, and all this stuff. But it's like, that Houndour is just going to sit there and use Shadow, Blitz, Shadow, whatever. So, let's switch Spheal out because Shadow Wave isn't going to really do anything at all. We'll get into Teddiursa, we can get the paralysis on him. And then otherwise just keep Shadow Blitzing to do little bits of damage. Ow! Bye-bye, Teddy Ursa. Okay, that's getting low. If I recall, these Pokemon are pretty high level, but like the ones that you get upcoming maybe aren't that much higher or anything. Like, it just seems like, oh my gosh, the level curve is accelerating so fast, but I think it's just kind of a bump, and it's not going to go up like super fast from here. I could be totally wrong on that. Okay. A part of me is like, take out the Teddy Ursa for the Houndour. But another part of me is saying that Lick on Teddy Ursa is helping us quite a bit. I'm gonna take him out. Okay. It is kind of a shame that they give you a Poochyena, and then they give you the same Pokemon but way cooler, like, pretty soon after. And if I recall, Houndour evolves into Houndoom, like, fairly quickly, too, so... Yeah, slightly unfortunate. Okay, let's do Mr. Green. We six brothers are bound by brotherly love sixfold. Our solidarity is sixfold. Our food pill is sixfold too. Oh, I'll take you with my sixfold power. Okay. Wow, you really do have sixfold power. I'm trying to remember what Shadow Pokemon this guy has. It would have to be a grass type. I feel like I'll know it when I'll see it, but it'll probably be the last one he throws out as well. Oh no, Effect Spore. Was it really C-Dot? Guess it was. Shadow Wave. That means I can't switch out anymore, correct? Yep. Unfortunate. But it's fine. They want to make sure we acquire a wide array of Pokemon types for use in the Purification Chamber. Another giveaway for a Shadow Pokemon is like when you're telling your Pokemon to be like, hey, Pikachu, use Shadow Rush, use Shadow Blitz. It's like, wait a second, only Shadow Pokemon can learn Shadow moves. So I wonder, obviously, that's not what you're actually telling them. So, like, what moves are you telling them to do? And then, like, how does it appear? Because you can't see the aura. See you later, Greasix. No, because you are sixfold, you spread the load. Oh my gosh. Okay, gonna refresh the stream again. The video feed, that is to say. Alrighty, electric time. Okay, if I recall, the purple guy, his shadow is a Gulpin. And I think I actually have used that swell up before. The shadow for the electric guy might be Electrike? I don't recall. Yellow 6. I like yellow. He has an Electrike, but it's probably not the shadow. Oh, Mud Slap. Interesting. No, not the static. Ow. Auga. Auga. It is neat how in later generations Hal actually raises the attack of both of you and your ally. It'd be interesting if that's how it worked in this game where everything's double battles. Bringing a ground type to an electric fight was a bad idea. Ow! Ah, Marie. That explains things. I do not need parafusion. I don't know if you saw that, but I hit down to use Shadow Blitz on the Chinchou, and then it just went right back up and like D-pad double pressed or something. Perhaps that won't matter if Shadow Wave takes out the Chinchou. C-Dot can come out. Dang it. Hey, the flinch. Go for the catch. I hate brats. Okay. We try to look busy, but actually we have nothing to do. It's not like we need to worry about any enemies in the desert. Oh, yeah, you don't say. Okay, the last guy is going to be a poison type. Nothing much we can do about that. We got, Ballot's Wife for ground, but, we don't have anything really weak to poison, nothing good on poison, other than C-Dot. We don't want to get him out, but... What's Mareep got going? Really good special attack. C-Dot is an iffy Pokemon for stats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's just gonna, like, a Gulpin. Perp 6. He's the perp. Coliseum and XD are a very funny mishmash of Generation 1, like Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2, and then new models. You got like Baltoy and C-Dot, who are like new models. You got Mareep, who looks like pretty decent, and then you have Coughing, who's just like, his face is just kind of painted on. You gotta imagine getting like sand or mud or whatever inside your grime. Let's really screw it up. Wow, Mudslab already coming into play there. There's our Gulpin. No, not Shadow Hold. Alright, we're gonna blitz him until... Oh, we can mud slap as well. That gulping animation's funny. Critical hit. Really? At least I got like a ton of Pokeballs. Hey, static. Oh, mama, I've lost. Okay, so they're done. So I guess the question there is like, how do we want to handle the purification process? I feel like maybe we should have 3 with us at a time. Yeah, so the furthest along are Spheal and Baltoy. And then everybody else is kind of whatever, kind of close. So let's deposit you and deposit you. And then we'll withdraw our Poochyena and Ladybug. I kind of want to get Ladybug and Poochyena evolved if I can. Our Flareon is kind of falling behind as well. His stats are still really good, so I'm not really concerned per se. But we can't do it forever. I'm going to put Poochyena and Ladybug up front. And then our shadows can be pulling up the rear. Okay, I need to reset the video stream again. I wonder... Well, I don't really want to mess with the settings too much lest I break the stream again. So, there's an auto-detect on the buffer mode. I wonder if I should just use that. Okay, let's see if we can proceed. We can go that way if we want. Three Pokeballs. And a Super Potion. That freaked me out for a second. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Because I was literally thinking of, like, stopping the stick, like, a split second later to be like, I'm gonna pause. But then, like, just the sound of her dropping on top of me happened. Duskull and Skitty. What level are y'all? 14. That's, like, on par with my beginner dudes. Let's use Bite on the Duskull for super effective damage. And Psybeam him. Yikes. Duskull flinched. Amazing. The way Skitty's face is in that icon bubble just makes it really not look like a Skitty. Just the fact that its ears are completely cut off makes it look so weird. Wow. Oh my, I'm not supposed to lose to you. The likes of you. You would think I would come here and be like, oh yeah, these are the guys, and then go back and get Vander, but no. We're just taking care of business, because we're the hero. Hello, sir. Grumble, grumble, XD001's failure is going to send our plans right off the rails. I wonder if we'd finish up with this research and get out from this dank underground warden. I'm actually not sure what he's referring to. Like, XD001 is the Shadow Lugia. And as far as I know, it's a success of Successful creation of a perfect shadow Pokemon. And it successfully stole the tanker, so I'm not sure what he's talking about. Clamperl is a busted little cut Pokemon when holding the Deep Sea Tooth. Critical hit bubble. Water gun. Ouch! More special attack and more special defense. Comet Punch is a complete joke of a move. Like, basically anything could go over Supersonic. Because I'm never going to use 55 accuracy Supersonic. But Comet Punch is just like a waste of a move. Like, it could technically be 90 power if you hit all 5 punches, but you have a 15% chance to just, like, get 0. I'll put it over Supersonic because I think Comet Punch is, like, an iconic Lady Bob move, but, like, you know, it's iconic because it's not good. It's bad. It's infamous. It's an infamous Pokemon move combination. And I just really don't need Supersonic. So if we bite Zubat, and I mean, I should Psybeam Zubat. Like, I was gonna Comet Punch it, but I'm like, no, let's not do this not super effective not move. Trying to show me how good Supersonic can be, huh? Youch. Comet Punch it! One, 2, 3, 4, 5! 5 hits with a crit through confusion. Like, that is the best you're ever gonna see from it. And, like, maybe it did more than Psybeam. But honestly, probably not. I think that Corphish has a harden on it. Like, come to frickin' think, like, you know, Aerial Ace is 60 with Stab for 90. I think that matches Comet Punch hitting 5 times. So, yeah, it's basically really bad. Let me check Ladybuzz Learn set. Boom. Pokemon Sapphire. Ladybug. So I don't think it's going to learn any more moves until it evolves. But if you kept it, it would learn Light Screen Reflect at 22, and Safeguard 22. Baton Pass at 29. I'm not sure what exactly you're baton passing. It gets Agility at 43, Swift at 36, Double Edge at 50. What does Lydian get? Lydian gets all the same stuff, just further with more levels. So Light Screen Reflect Safeguard instead of 22 is 24. Baton Pass 33, Swift 42, Agility 51, Double Edge 60. Gosh, those are just not good moves. Light Screen and Reflect are usable. Those are good. Baton Pass can be good, but not if you're just passing Agility. Okay. R&D ticket. Why? What did I do to deserve this? By working for the really bad guys. Don't alert Lavrina, please. You've just reminded me that Lavrina is a thing. Yes, I am that person. I will go back and heal if it's not far away. Sometimes even if it is far away. Okay, Poochyena also evolves at 18. I just want to see these guys evolve. I don't know what's wrong with me. No running in the hall. Javion. Do-do-do. Okay. The wide stance. Haha, I'm using special attacks. Psybeam and Bite. Meanwhile, my shadow Pokemon are like getting nothing out of this other than just the steps. Okay, I feel like swapping in somebody just to get the swap in bar reduction would be good. Oh yeah, well I'll just run away. But no running in the halls. Okay. Oh, can't go that way. Oh my gosh. You have to reset the video on this thing like pretty often. Or it's just gonna like... fall further and further behind. Oh yeah, this was like the ending of the... when you did this dungeon in Colosseum. My health is not the best, but whatever. Don't give him the info, Professor Crane. This is a pretty cool guy. He's got the fossil Pokemon. Too bad they both have a secondary type that resists ground. Ouch. I need to trade my shiny Anorith into either XE Yellow Darkness or Colosseum to see what it looks like. No, not the scratches. Ouchies. Can Ladyball learn Psychic? Looks like no. I'm not even sure how this Ladyball has Psybeam, honestly. Oh, it has it because it's an egg move. Huh. What Ladyball parent passes Psywave? Maybe like Illumise or something? The leap is pretty hysterical with those animations. Oh my gosh, that shook me up. Shook me up and spat me out. I just want to work on research. Don't disturb me. Well, fine. You disturb me. Now I'm disturbing you. Okay, that wasn't the game. That was just... Or the stream. That was just me trying to play with one hand so I could pet the cat with the other hand. Because she's like, why is your hand not on me? Oh, who's wandering around here? Swine up. That could be a shadow right there, but I don't think that he is. Shepherd's as frail as ever. The spinner rack, huh? Oh, I gotta complete my Lady Boss spinner rack combo. I've been identified. And of all the smells, he found the one. This Ladyball has like such a good... Like, it has the best chance it can. It has like an egg move of Psybeam. It's got... Aerial Ace has a TM. Wow. Throwing balls happens before switches, huh? I guess it would have to. Because what if the opponent switches out, even though I'm pretty sure I've like never seen that happen in this game. She shouldn't have come out. That's what they all say. One revive. Maybe I should just use a potion instead of going all the way back. Bubble generators. Please, Professor Crane, when will you tell me about your verification study? I do so want to know. That will let me power up my XD001. I so made it myself. Don't you think that would be fabulous? She's saying that she made it. And when they say XD001 out loud, how do they pronounce it? Do they say XD001? Like, I don't know. You gotta be joking. I could never cooperate with people like you. Oh, but why? Don't get it. Why would you refuse an offer so wonderful as this? I don't care how often you repeat yourself. I have no intention of helping your Shadow Pokemon plan. Artificially settling shut the hearts of Pokemon, it's inexcusable. Put a stop to it immediately. Oh, you're so mean and close-minded. You won't even try to understand how marvelous it is to help my XD001. Naps. Yesum, Sister Lavrina. This is all so your fault. Professor Crane is oh so cross because you were so rude when you invited him here. You can't be serious. Listen to the man already. He's been saying all along he won't help our Shadow Pokemon plan. I can't hear you. The plan is perfect. XD001's condition is off by just a little tiny bit. Being off by just a tiny bit is enough to make it drop a ship? And would you look at the uproar? It dropped the ship. It's so all your fault what happened, every tiny bit. So do something about it. Also, XD001's slightly off because even though you can't purify it naturally, you can purify it using the purification machine. Naps, was it? You have my sympathy. What a nightmare it must have to be someone like her as your boss. You put a lid on it. When it comes right down to it, it's so all your fault. Come on, help us with XD001. First, we need to talk. I'll teach you why it's such a bad mistake to create Shadow Pokemon. Ooh. I feel like I'm making a huge mistake here, dumping XP into Poochyena and Ladybah. I'm almost certainly not going to use the Ladybah. I don't know if I'm going to use the Poochyena long term. I'm not putting anything into my Flareon. The Shadow Pokemon I'm not putting much into either. So we'll see how it goes. Did you come here knowing that this is Cipher's lab? It doesn't matter now. Since you know that we're here, we're not allowed to let you go free. Oh boy. Solox. Ralts and Voltorb. He's charging power. That didn't do much. Ding dong. Has a freaking bag on. That's crazy, dude. Sonic Boom! That's gonna hurt. Okay, Rage. That's trivial. Trivial, but it still did a lot. Voltorb's just using the waste turn button, basically, with charges. Doesn't even boost your stats in this generation. When I imagine dig, I imagine you dig under the ground and then you come up like right under them and they like fall into your hole with you. Rather than just you like popping up behind them and tackling them or something. Oh, Numble. Again, we have Flareon already, so there's probably no need to use Numble. But he's cool. So there's that. No! Yowza, that does so much. Okay, let's switch out Pokemon. Before he does something like use Shadow Hold or something. Water Gun. Water Gun would just kill. Crit. I like how their animations continue even after the camera stops focusing on them. Calm down, please, and then leave quietly. You're the one who left quietly. Okay, we are getting really, really dang close. Oh boy. Reset this video feed. back to the healing spot. Let's try going the other way, because I feel like the way we were just going seemed like the actual way. Oh. Well, that explains that. Bubble generators. Hey, a healing spot. I do want to pop open that chest. I do. Okay. Thunder Punch. Ow! If that would have hit Ladybug, I would have killed it maybe, but I don't know. Ladybug's best stat is special defense, so who can say? Oh, gosh. I feel like that Machop is going to see my Poochyena and just murk him. Murk him. Yeah. No! Okay. Attack the very light, quad resisted Pokemon with low kick. Yes, please do that. Ice Punch. Whoever that hits is dead. Oh man, the special defense is pulling through. Feebas. If we could catch that Feebas, I don't think there'd be any way to evolve it in this game. We can't raise its beauty. Makuhita. Splash. Thank you for missing. Light screen, no! Okay, we're good. Odor Sleuth? No. It lets you hit ghost types with normal and fighting moves, and then it also specifically, like, you know, gets rid of their evasion boosts. We don't need that. Okay, 25 special attack, 35 special defense for Ladybug. Should I swap out the Ladybug to make it safer for it to, you know, be able to evolve? I think we're okay. The Feebas is going to go first, but it should be fine. Yeah. It's just splashing. Nothing happened. Digor. Take whatever you want, but please leave me alone. Lady Ba evolved into Lady N. Okay, Lady N, we went from 25, 35 to what? 30, 45. Okay. Your special attack is now the same as Poochiena's attack. And my level 11 Flareon's attack is like higher than any of your stats other than special defense. Very good stuff. I'm gonna use you for a little longer just because I'm curious if it's going to equate anything additional. That chest was just an ether, so that's a little bit of a letdown. Huh. Well, if it isn't a tiny little intruder. My name isn't tiny. It's 23 Catter PXG. I remain unimpressed. Just checking Poochiena's stats here real quick. Yeah, when Poochiena evolves, its stats actually get better. There's nothing cute about you, brat. Okay, I think I've maybe seen enough with this lady to know that it is just very utter garbage. But it's got early bird. It'll wake up quick from sleep. Surely you one-shot the low tag. Good. Wow, that Spoink held on. Let's Comet Punch! Comet punch his ass! It did enough for this exact purpose, I suppose. Oh, you can one-shot it with a crit. There's no place for battles, too. You're the one who battled. Letting a child like this unchallenged. What's wrong with Cipher security? Yeah, I am actually getting tired, and we got like 5 minutes until it's been like 3 hours on the stream. So I might take a break, and then the day is still young, so I'll probably be back later today with another round of streaming. I really want to do one more battle to get Poochyena evolved. So I'm going to do that, and then probably call it. Get the video reset here so that there's enough of a short delay to play. Hello, little boy. Have you lost your way? Reminds me of ZA, how they're like, oh, you're a good little boy for going to the alley where we told you to go. And the internet, of course, wants to take meaning from every little thing people say. Water gun. Nightshade's gonna do a lot. Whalmer. Okay, let's switch Poochyena out so he doesn't perish. Because he would have. Whalmer's got some speed on him. Ouch. Okay, this is no longer a spread move because there's only one opponent, so does Shadow Wave do the full 50? Let's find out. Reverse mode. That was a huge drop from the bar. Meta? What you Meta? How dare you? I mean, really. What? Poochyena's evolving. This is like such an interesting notion. It's like all these Pokemon were on that ship, probably like, you know, with different owners and everything. Like they have lives, and then they get taken by the criminals, turned into shadow Pokemon, forced to fight, and then we like redeem them. We like save them from their captivity, and now we're like working on, you know, getting them purified, and part of that is taking them into fights and whatnot. And as part of that, they're getting stronger, and then like this Poochyena, you know, it evolved into a Mightyena. And it's like, what about their original owner? It's like, you know, what do they want for Poochyena? Did they want it to evolve into a Mightyena? Is their owner still alive? Who knows? I've been watching a playthrough of like Pokemon White 2, and in that game, your rival's like looking for this Purloin that Team Plasma stole in the first game, like however many years ago, and like it's kind of a similar notion in Coliseum XD, how it's like, oh, it's a sequel game, it takes place a certain number of years later, stuff happened before, and it doesn't exactly apply to this situation because these shadow Pokemon were just stolen within the confines of this game, but within the time frame of this game. But it's like eventually you find the Purloin, but it's like the Shadow Triad has it, and they've evolved it into a Liepard, and you know, it's been years, so just like reconciling all that sort of stuff. And it's like, you know, we obviously never give these Pokemon back. Like, we reach the post game, you still have them, you can trade them at that point. They have taken you on to be your trainer, but it's just like interesting because it's like, if their trainers were still alive, you'd think we would return them to them, right? And it's like we're just kind of ignoring that, and or we're maybe assuming that their trainers are no longer with us. I don't know. Totally separate note, this menu having all the shadow Pokemon on the bottom half and then purified / not shadow Pokemon on the top half looks really cool. Okay, anyhow, let us save. Well, let us heal and then save. And it's been 3 hours and 2 minutes on the stream. So I am going to call it here and take a break. Okay, yeah, our Mighty Enna has an attack of 46. That is actually good. Special attack is 30, defense 30, special defense 31, speed 31. Yeah, everything is like 30 or higher. Versus our Ladian, where like our supposedly good attack stat, our special attack, is 31. Which is just kind of like baseline stat of Mighty Enna. The only good stat here is special defense, which is 46. And it's like the good stat of Mighty Enna is his attack, which is 46. Having like specifically your defense or special defense be good, but then your HP being like whatever, and then your other defense stat being whatever, it's just like, this is not good. There's no PC here at this middle rest spot. I might go back and swap out the Lydian first thing next time. And we'll hop to it. We can stop screwing around. We'll put our shadow Pokemon up front, get to purifying them. And yeah, let's save the game. Sweet. And with that, gonna stop streaming and be back probably later today.